you just talk about assuming
about it. Let's talk about it. Don't you wanna talk about it? Let's talk about
JSpire
it.
Live.
Don't you wanna talk
And
about
now,
it? Let's talk
Mr.
about it.
JSpire.
Don't you wanna talk about it? Let's talk about it. Don't you wanna talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Well, hello everyone, and happy Friday. Welcome to Fill Up Friday Live. As you can see, I am in the car. Welcome to. Okay, you guys, we are. Look, this is natural, real life transparency. So we are in the car. So it's Fill Up Friday Live, and I've been so busy. It's been so many things going on that I actually forgot that it was Friday. And the time really just kind of jumped up on me. But I want to say welcome. And if you are watching live, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are catching the replay, welcome as well. Please be sure to still comment as we will go back, read the comments, and reply as necessary. So as you come in, please begin to drop in the comments what you filled up on this week. And as you're dropping in the comments, I will tell our first time guest, if this is your first time, I'll tell you what JSpirations Live is and tell you what Fill Up Friday is. So JSpirations Live, it is a motivational movement. It's that happens to take place on several different platforms. So here on Facebook, Instagram, and then YouTube as well. The purpose of JSpirations Live is to provide a safe space to talk about things that matter with real people. We want to encourage you, remind you, and to let you know that you do not have to do life alone, right? Oftentimes, we think that we are the only ones going through something, that situations are that they just belong to us and that maybe no one else has gone through it. But we're here to support each other and let you know that when we say that we have gone through it, it means that we made it out. Right? It means that we made it through. So we want you to know that we are here for you. People are here for you. And we want to make sure that we have a connection. So, what is Fill Up Friday Live? So, Fill Up Friday Live is the place where we come to do just that. On Fridays, after a long week, after being at work, and most of us are pouring into other people, where we come together to pour into each other, right? So we drop in the comments what we filled up on. If we came in and we were empty, then we want to make sure that when you leave, that you are full. So we want to be able to pour into each other as we talk about things that matter. So, like I said, it's been a busy week for me, and I really forgot that it was Friday. I'm in transition, but tonight I just wanted to come on and just give you an encouraging word. And my mom is with me, and I told her, I said, Mom, like I feel like there's not anything in my head. Like I really don't know what to talk about tonight because there was no type of preparation. And Mom said, it's okay. Like, you're going to be able to talk about something. So what I'm going to tell you today is that earlier this week, I found out that I lost someone really. Oh, be mindful of others. Thanks, Mom. But I found out this week that I lost someone that was, that was a really good friend to me. And I had been trying to call this person, and the person had not responded. And my first thought was like, okay, what happened? Like, we're really good, but they're not responding to me. And then as I really started to just, just like reflect back on our friendship, reflect back on our relationship, I was like, I know this person always talks to me. So I called and I called and I called, and they didn't answer. And then I found out that they are no longer here with us in, the flesh, right? And so when I sat there and I heard about it, I really just sat there and I was so upset, right? And I have the right to be upset. And then, I talked to family members, and my heart just really felt, hey, Paula, just really felt like it was really broken, right? Because I know what that person meant to me, so I could only imagine what that person meant to their family. um and yeah, I think mine needs something to drink and some water. So I thought about, I know that person really meant a lot to me, so I know that what that person meant to their family. And I don't know, like I was really feeling really down. And so then I just started thinking about memories that we make, and thinking about my why, and thinking about purpose, and thinking about relationships, and thinking about friendship. And I was just like, all those things are important. But in my mind, I was saying, if I knew things like this were going to happen, then I don't want to be friends with anybody, right? Like, I don't want to make any new friends. Just, started thinking about all the things that would happen one day with the people that I already love and the friends that I already have. So I really started shutting myself off in my brain and saying, I don't want to make friends with anybody else. I don't want to meet new people. I don't want to know. That's right, Tammy, friends for life. I don't want to know people, because losing someone is so hard, right? It's just really hard, and it's hard to deal with it. But then you're going to see a trend, because I wasn't prepared for tonight, and then I wasn't prepared for something I had to do on Thursday. But I'm telling you how good God is, and how it all it's really kind of coming together now, because I'm like, I don't know what we're going to talk about. But so after all that happened earlier in the week, and really just, being sorrowful, and just thinking about, man, like, that was one of my people. So I went to a group that I do for work, and it was, like I said, it was so much going on this week. I've been so busy. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to talk about with my kids, right? What am I really going to talk to them about as we get to our last group? And I had no idea as I was driving there. But then I walked into the classroom, and the words legacy, decision making, purpose, and consequences all came to my mind. And so I wrote those things on the board, and we began to think about life decisions, why we want to do things, what's purposeful, what are we leaving, right? What legacy are we leaving? And I started to talk with them about knowing what your why is, knowing why you do something, whether it's a great choice or whether it's not such a great choice. But why do we do things? What do we want people to say about us when we leave? What is our why? What is our purpose? How are we making decisions? And I was thinking, man, even though Monday I was going through and it was so hurtful, but it allowed me to reflect. So, what I want to encourage you all today to do and think about is, regardless of what we go through, whether it's something traumatic, whether it's something hurtful, whether it's something great, right? Whether it's a great experience, take the time to reflect. Take the time to think about, what are you getting from this situation? How is it changing you for the best? How is it allowing you to see what you need to change that's not maybe not so good about you? And not that we're bad people, not that you're a bad person, but what do you need to change that can make you better? What do you want people to say about you? What do you want people to think about you? What do you want to leave here on this earth besides something tangible, right? Besides leaving our kids, our children, our families, besides leaving them money or leaving them a business or leaving them a vehicle or leaving them a house. What else do you want to leave for them? What do you want them to say about you, to think about you, to know about you? How do you want them to reflect on what you have taught them when you're going through things, right? My mom is sitting right here beside me. Sometimes she makes smoke come out of my ears. Sometimes I know I make smoke come out of her ears. But when there's those times that I'm going through something, I think about what she has taught me, right? I think about what I've learned from her. I think about what she's leaving me, right? That's always in my heart. That's always going to be in my mind, right? Even when she's only a couple hours away, what can I pull from what she has taught me? Right. So that's what I want to encourage you. JY says, hi, Miss Lucy. That's what I want to encourage you to do is to think on those things. Don't be like me and, think earlier when I was thinking, I don't want to be on nobody's friend, right? Because I don't want to lose anybody. Building relationships are hard. And then when you lose them, in the flesh and you can't touch them and you can't be on them. But I can think about all the things that I have learned, right? I can think about all the things that they have poured into me. Can think about all the things that I have poured into them, right? Things that we can keep. Um, the person that I lost was a really good friend of my husband's. And he was one of those people who said, I'm going to always be there, sis. Right. And a lot of people say it, but he said it and he meant it and he did it. Right. And so that's what he poured into me. He poured into me the fact that people mean what they say. Right. He poured into me that even if you didn't start off really like being a friend, why do these people come into your lives, right? He left me memories of my husband. He left me memories of himself, right? He would call me Sister Soldier because he said I was so militant, right? And we would laugh, but we were able to pour into each other in a time where we both were lost for words, right? He's like, I'm going to be there for your family, sis. And he was. So I want to encourage you not to let anything deter you from being, having friends, to not let anyone deter you from loving on people, right? Um, God has given some of us blood sisters and, biological sisters, biological brothers, right? Cousins and all those things. But God also gives us extended family. He gives us other people that comes into our lives exactly when we need them. Right. And so and my mom's going to tell me, ladies, you keep on saying right. And I say it because it's a reinforcement of like, do you hear me? Do you understand me? Like we need each other. And so I'm thankful for all the people that God gave me exactly when I needed them, even if I didn't want them. He put them and me in places where we can connect. So I want to encourage you again tonight to always use situations and use people and use experiences to reflect on who you are, what you have learned, and what you can do to become better and to understand and really think about what are you leaving. I told my kids the other day in group, when we talk about self-esteem, I always tell them, don't worry about what people think about you, right? You have to worry about who you say you are, who God says you are. So we talk about that on the self-esteem part of things, on the confidence part of things. But when we look at legacy, We have to look at what people say about us in a different way, because it's not so much it's not so much, oh, whether or not someone liked you or not, right, on the legacy part, but is what will they say about you? What will you leave in this earth? What did you sow, right? What did you put out there? Whether they liked you or not, will they be able to say she was kind? Whether they liked you or not, will they be able to say that they would give you whatever that they had? Would they be able to say that you were respectful, you were hardworking, you were encouraging? There are going to be people who are not going to like me, who don't like me. And when I'm no longer here, regardless of whether they like me or not, they're going to have to say those things about me. They're going to have to say that I was motivational, that I was encouraging, that I was a good person, regardless of anything else, because it's what I put out into the earth. So take some time to reflect on that this weekend. What are you putting out into the earth? Who are you letting people see that you are, based on who you say that you are, based on who God says that you are? So I love you all. I want you to enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take some time to reflect. I may even go live on my other page to sling some bling. But I hope to see you all this weekend. I hope to see some of you all in person really soon. I love you all. Take care of yourself, love on yourself, and love on others. And as always, be JSpired.